beautiful co-creators. This is like my third time I'm trying this. I made two 15-minute videos and one of them disappeared, the other one accidentally erased. So it's one of those new moon energy that's just going on and it's like crazy. But anywho, yes, so today is new moon and I wanted to talk about law of attraction. I'm actually going to start applying law of attraction in a more serious way. So yesterday I went through, you know, anytime there's we're very close to new moon or full moon energy, you know, our emotions, if you if astrologically, I study astrology, so I know when to look out for my emotions, when not to. I should have known better yesterday, but like I said, because the energy is so strong that even if we know something, even if we know better, sometimes it's just we can't hold it back. And that's what happened yesterday. You know, I was upset yesterday and I let a lot of little things get to me. But you know what? I embrace how I feel. That I think that's the beauty of me making a video blog every single day, is I never know what's going to happen. You know, I can have the most yippee morning and by the time it comes down to make my video, you know, I could have you know, something's going to come up that's just going to stir me up, you know. But, you know, I know better to let certain things get to me, especially if it's out of your control. But I think that's where my frustration was yesterday. The situation was so out of my control that I felt helpless, like I couldn't do anything. And that was the energy that rose within me, is because when you want to help and you can't, I think that's where my frustration was. It wasn't intended anywhere else, but you know, it is what it is. I'm not going to sit here and dwell on it. That's my experience. I've experienced it, and it is what it is, you know. With all due love and respect for everybody, you know, I got to keep moving on and keep pursuing. But however, I really love what happened to me yesterday, because all the emotion that I was experiencing, something shifted in my mind where it gave me reason to want to manifest prosperity. Because you know, it helped me realize that money is not just to buy things. You know, when you have wealth, you could help in ways that can better someone's life. Now, I'm not going to go into details, but yesterday's experience just made me feel so helpless. Like, God, if the situation was this way, then it would have been that way. Or, you know, I have a tendency of, when I can't help in certain situation, it's very, very hard for me. And yesterday I had that experience where it was hard. You know, I just had to accept what was. But I guess that's another part of law of attraction. Sometimes you can't always do what you want to do, and you don't understand the reasons and the logic behind it. But you have to come to your center and you have to say, okay, universe, I'll let you do what you got to do. But with that said, I found this clarity as how important, you know, financial success is for so many different reasons, And so yes, I am all about really, really, really putting my intention into law of attraction, manifestation, in terms of, you know, material, not just material things, but let's try to make some money, honey, and use our energy, our God-given gift that we all have. But it requires a lot of focus, intention. You have to know why you want to do it. You can't do it from a place of greed. You have to do it in a place of humbleness. So I've learned a lot yesterday. Yesterday's journey was very interesting. But anyway, so today is new moon. And since we're all about prosperity, I wanted to try something. Today's topic, I don't even know if I mentioned it. I'm going too fast. law of attraction manifestation check. And before we kind of go into, you know, how it's done, I wanted to tell you a story. This is something that I wanted to share 2 weeks ago, but my husband is very private. I keep saying that. I know I keep saying that, but there's a reason for it, because there are certain things that happens in my life and I can't really talk about it because, you know, we are not separate, we are one. So what I say affects him, and because we're so different in terms of personality, he is super private and I am such a public figure. I mean, how do we get along is beyond me, but we're just like so different, but at the same time we're so alike. So I really have to watch what I share, how I share, with the due respect of my loved ones. So, but I have managed to convince him. Woohoo! It worked. Anyways, so last new moon, I tested this. I've done it in the past before. Sometimes, twice it worked. 3-4 times it didn't work. So I tested it. I put in an intention. I put $1,000. I wrote a law of attraction check to myself, Karen Nabong. The date now. Now that's another thing for now moment. I didn't put the date because whenever that date arrives, we're always in the now moment. So I practice it now. So if it happens 3 weeks from now, I'm still in my now moment. If it happens a year from now, whenever that happens, I'm still in the now moment. So if you really want to understand the concept of living in the now moment, I read Eckhart Tolle's The New Earth, meaning that the book really opened up my eyes, among others, but technically that's, you know, he's been practicing that in our generation time. So it was pretty awesome. And I've learned a lot. So I live in the now moment. So yes, so see, I'm getting sidetracked. So here's the check that I wrote. Law of attraction. I put for $1,000. Now you could do it a couple of ways. You could put unlimited. There's no amount in there, because what you're doing, you're not putting limit to God. You're not saying, when we are blessed with abundance, it comes in many forms. So if we put a certain amount, then we're kind of limiting ourselves, so there's 2 ways you could look at it. You could just put unlimited, where you're allowing the universe to just bring it to me, universe. I don't care how, what, where, how much, but I like to test my own inner strength, my own inner power. To me, being a co-creator with God allows me to see what I have created with the universe, with God. So I like to, plus you never want to, do so much where in your mind you can write a check for $100,000, but in your mind, if you can't picture that in your imagination, then it's not going to happen. So it's better to just start out slowly, because when you start to do things in small portions, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So I wrote a check for $1,000, and about 6-7 days later, my husband received a check, and we opened it. It was for $800. Now, mind you, we had no idea, people, that this money ever existed. So apparently, my husband just graduated a few days ago, and this was 2 weeks before his graduation. But because I guess they were doing his paperwork and everything, apparently, according to the school, it was overpaid, so they gave him back the $800. Go figure, right? I ain't gonna question it. All I know, I asked the universe. My husband was like, maybe I should go to the school and maybe I should ask them if this is. I said, dude, do you not understand? I'm trying to manifest this stuff. If it's here, it's here. And I was like, ah! So yes, but long story short, we found out that money was really ours. We just didn't know existed. So yes, about 2 weeks ago, 14 days ago or so, I manifested my first check from Law of Attraction, and I think it worked because I infused a little bit of energy in it. And that's another thing I kind of want to talk about, but I really want to keep it really, really minimal. It's so hard for me to explain this without going into big detail. Some people do this in 2 minutes. I don't know how the hell they do it, but oops, sorry, how the heck they do it, but to me. So anyways, you take a check, okay? You can print this up on the computer. There's different versions of it. You can just Google law of attraction checks, prosperity checks, and there's like different versions of it. That's just me. I like to do it that way. Or you could use your own check. That's fine too. Or you could even, like everybody says this, you can just make up your own and make it, you know, they actually say if you make your own personal one, it's infused more energy. You could even involve your kids, you know, you could tell them, oh, this is a prosperity check, you know, they could, you know, color it and make it as vibrant as they want, and they're also infusing their beautiful energy because kids are so pure. I haven't tried that yet with my son, but maybe I will. But anyways, I use this one. I don't even know if I just said this, but this one happens to say The Secret on it. I swear to God, I don't even know if I said that. If I did, please forgive me because I have a very short memory. Yes, so I did that. You print it up, you write it. This one says Universal Bank, Unlimited. Pay to the order of Karen Nabong, $1,000. The date now, and for memo, you have to put anything that you want. You can put health, wealth, prosperity, anything you wanted. I put gratitude, that I am already thankful and grateful for the universe, that it has already come to pass. That's what I do. But you do what works for you. So now hopefully I can do this in a few minutes. How do we dress it? I'm going to get sidetracked. I'll be right back. Okay, so yes, the video works. So here's the second part of the check. So it's not just, remember, this is just a piece of paper. It means absolutely nothing unless you infuse some energy in it. And you could use whatever elements that you want, but I'm just going to really quickly go over some things, because anytime you want to create abundance, anytime you want to create anything, healing, love, prosperity, relationship, anything, you have to make sure that you are centered, that your space is clean. It's so important. I just have my little altar there, and I just felt such a beautiful energy from it. Oh, thank you, universe. So, yes, you have to cleanse your area. That's the first thing you want to do is, you know, just make sure there's no junk there, because you got to get rid of the old crap before you can bring in the new. And the body, make sure that you're showered and you're clean and you're fresh and, you know, you're looking good. Prayer and meditation. You have to say a little prayer or a mantra or affirmation or something. I'm gonna make a better one than this one, but I have to split them up so it all comes together. And get your ritual items. Now what you have to do is find what works for you. So this is where my element comes. This is so my element. So if I get all into it, please forgive me, because I get caught up in it. It's like if you're a DJ and you're mixing your tunes, you're mixing everything, and you got the music going and you get so in tuned with it. Well, this is how I get when I do my stuff. So yes, you could use anything. If you meditate, you could have a little incense or sage, and that's what I use. You know, so here's my little incense. It's Frankenstein, I think. I have so many different ones. So what you do with this, you cleanse your area with this one really quickly. I sage everything. I sage all my houses, my whole entire house, my body, my husband, my son. Sage. They're used to it now. They just stand there and let me do my thing. But so yeah, you could use this, or I use sage. Is really good. It clears up negative energy so well. You see, I'm really getting into it. This is my element, people. I'm sorry. I can just go on with this forever. So you take the sage, and there's so many ways of cleansing. It's ridiculous. There are ways to cleanse that I can't even do it on a live video. It's almost like a private thing to do, and I would never do that on camera. But there's so many ways you could really get into cleansing. So you just cleanse yourself of any negativity, any thought that no longer serves you, you know? anything that no longer serves you. You just ask the divine to cleanse you, and you bring in the white light, the purple light, the orange light, whatever floats your boat. You have to know what feels good to you, you know? And you don't really have to do it. I'm just saying that people do it differently, and this works for me because it's more visual for me and it's more real for me. And you don't have to do this. This is just my way of doing it. You could just take the check, write it, have a pure intention, like pure intention, and you could probably manifest it faster than me with just what you have in your heart than all this stuff. This stuff is just, it's fun. It works because it's the elements of the earth, you know? So it definitely works, but I'm saying you don't have to have it, but it helps. Every little thing helps. And here's my favorite part. With my prosperity check, I like to put candles. Now, I make candles. This one I didn't make. I bought this one because I haven't made my candles for a minute, to be honest with you, because I've been so busy with this, you know. I thought I was going to get my candle stuff going, but then I had this other idea where the universe is pushing me to do something else, and it's just like, I feel like everything is going so fast, so it's so hard for me. So I just really need to regroup and balance and put everything in order, and then I'm just, like I said, I'm just still trying to catch up. So yes, this candle, actually I got it from a Spanish market that I go to. I go to buy mangoes for my husband. So he always has it ready for me too. He's so sweet. I love him. But yeah, so I'm not using this one for my prosperity. For prosperity, it's really good to use green candle because it just represents you know, wealth, money. Or if you're doing it for love, and you could use a pink or red, or healing and wisdom and knowledge. There's a dime a dozen, but you have to use it for the purpose that you're using it. And remember, one more thing about candles, it's not the candle. You see this? This is glass. You see this? This is wax. That's all it is. So the magic or the power is not in here. It's the energy that you carry is what you infuse in it, and then you almost bind it, seal it, and then you put it on your altar, and then you believe whatever your intention is going to manifest. Now, does it happen all the time? Like I said, no, it doesn't, but it does when you really are really working with it. And I have to be perfectly honest with you, I don't do any of this stuff, or at least not the way I should, but I'm very fully directed. I'm almost being pushed into this field again, where I think I'm gonna start practicing it almost every day, a little bit here and there, just to see where the energy is, because sometimes you gotta try different things. And even though my little ladybug is scratching my door, oh Lord, yeah, so candle, but you don't even have to have a fancy one. I like this one. This is my old one. This one I made a while back. See? This one smells so good too. I forget what I made it with. Oh yeah, see? This is old. I've had this for like a few months. So you don't really have to have, you know, anything big. It's just whatever you have, and the whole intention is to infuse your energy in it and put your intention as to what you want to manifest, right? And then I have to find a way where I could like put it, and then it's just not gonna work right now. So there's so many ways. Oh my goodness, I forgot. So what do you put in there? So when you're doing a prosperity candle for manifesting prosperity, you know, you can Google it. There's dime a dozen, you know, there's no secret here. It's all out there, out in the open. But like I said, you know, you have to use what works for you, what feels good for you, the smell that you like, and you know, the texture of it. And when you touch something, you should, you know, here's another way to know what works for you. When you use something and you put it in your hands or what have you, it gives you a good feeling, you know. And also prosperity, oh my gosh, here I go again, rambling. So what I do, let's just say this was a green candle, I would put whatever elements that I want to put in here, the ingredients. So for prosperity, I like to use patchouli. This is patchouli right here. Now this little fella is so small, and it's about $22. Yeah, they don't come cheap. And this is used for prosperity, but it's also used for sensual grounding and calming. It really works for me at home. I don't like to use that at work because it's got a really strong smell to it, and I don't want to be smelling like patchouli. Oh my goodness. So before you do your candle, it's so important, especially when you you know what, I'm not even going to go into that right now because then it becomes about the candle. I don't want it to become about the candle. I just use the candle just so because it's bringing in that extra energy. But it is so important because this is a prosperity check that we're doing to put stuff that we need to. This is real money, okay? I got this money when my son actually brought it home when he was 3 years old from school. This is actual shredded money, I guess the government money or whatever it was. And he brought it to me and I kept it. And then one day I thought, hey, why not start using this? So use what works for you. And I really like it because it really gives my candle, like, it just gives it an energy just by thinking about it, you know. But if you're not into candles and stuff, you're not going to feel it. So that's why you have to use what works for you. So yeah, you get your prosperity check, you use whatever, if you want to use crystals, they work wonders too. If you want to, anything you want to use. I'm not even going to go into all that because then it becomes too much. So let's just keep it simple, okay? Get a check. If you can't print one out, I don't know, make one. But remember, it's your intention, not the piece of paper. It's the energy and what you believe that does the magic and nothing else. So yes. So today is new moon, and go ahead, write your check. And here's another thing, because this video is posted so late, I wanted to do it a few days in advance so it could have prepared you. But here, there's no limit to it, okay? Hopefully if I get a chance, I'll put how long the new moon is going to be, so we still have time to kind of make it, you know, just a little bit special. But if you're watching this video, and I have a lot of friends in India, and they always, when I'm going to bed, they're waking up, or vice versa, you know. And by the time I post this, it's really late over there. And I have some brothers over there that so much love and respect. And anybody that doesn't have the time for it, you know, because I take the time and energy to do all the stuff, all you have to do is send me a message and say, sis, this is my intention. Can you put my name on the prayer list or the manifestation list? So I've already done all the work. I even have extras. A lot of these babies, I printed up like hundreds of them and cut them up. So I've got a lot of them. So if you don't have the time to do all that, remember, it is not me. It is your energy, and it doesn't matter where you are. Universe doesn't see this. This is just for our own visual, you know, so when we see it, we know we're doing it and we're putting our energy into it. So if you don't have time to do it, just send me a private email. Don't tell me nothing. I don't want to know what you need it for. I don't want to, nothing. I don't even want to know anything, because it is not up to me. It is up to you and your belief system that is going to get you. But at least if you're not able to do this, you know, I have it. All you have to do is either you want to put an amount or you don't want to put an amount. All I need is your name, and I'll have it on my altar. A lot of people don't, have different religious point of views. If that's a preference, just say, please just put it next to something that has no idols there or nothing, you know. So then I'll just put it next to a prosperity plant that I have, you know, with a little bit of stone or something, and keep it very feng shui and very simple. So yes, that is an option for you should you want to try it. You know, remember, it's your fate that's going to get you. It's not going to help me. It's going to help you. So I think we should come to a point in our life that we need to start doing it. And once we start doing it enough, maybe we'll see the magic. And if we don't, at least we know that we're trying. And that should be good enough, right? But yes, I think I'm going to end this video. But I'm so excited because I'm so excited. I love doing these kind of stuff. oh my God, I just feel the energy like vibrating already, you know. So yes, the next new moon, full moon, every time there's a new moon, I'll go ahead and do the video in advance. And before then, hopefully I'll do a couple of candle rituals for different things. Remember, it's not the candle, but it's your faith that will. And nobody's touching it, only you're doing it, so it's your energy, you know what I mean? You can't go wrong, but you have to have an intention for it. And if the candle stuff doesn't work for you, then there's other stuff, you know. We could, I don't know, send me an idea. If I know it, I'll see if I can do it or not. So, and if I don't, we'll both figure it out. That's just how it goes. Anyways, God bless, and I'll see you. Happy new moon. Prosperity, prosperity, prosperity to all of us. Love and light. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.